Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to go ahead and give my review on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Usually I call it Love and Hip Hop Huntsville, but girl, you know, it is what it is. All right, y'all, so let's get into this episode. When I tell y'all, girl, when I tell y'all I was no good, when I tell y'all the way that I was in this living room, sitting right here on the corner of this couch, boo hoo crying when Kimmy Grant was on my screen. Baby, you could have sworn that my BFF, that my sister, that my mama, that my favorite cousin, girl, my favorite coworker had just told me that girl she could possibly have breast cancer. Baby, the way I had snot coming out my nose, contacts almost halfway out my eyeballs, I was a complete and utter disaster. Girl, I said, this don't make no sense. I don't even know this lady. I don't even know this lady. And I'm cutting up like this. Girl. Let's just get into it. So the guys meet up. The guys meet up to play basketball. Play basketball. Courtney. Courtney is cute. I never paid attention to Courtney, right? Until he was, sometimes when you look in people straight on, right, you can see, oh, okay, girl, they kind of cute. Girl, when I tell you I absolutely lived for Courtney's confessional look, that, girl, we call it Hunter Green. I don't know what the girls call it now. Y'all like to change the name of colors, right? Like back in the day. Girl, this is my pen. Back in the day, we used to call it, like one color used to be called maroon. Now I think they call it ox blood. Girl, that's maroon. So the color that I'm going to call it is Hunter Green. Now, I don't know what color they call it in 2022, but growing up, what the color that Courtney had on in his confessional would be considered Hunter Green. Girl, he had this Hunter Green, like, leopard print shirt on. Girl, a blouse. I live. With, like, I don't know if he dyed his hair, because throughout the episode, his hair was black. But in the confessional, his hair was red. So I couldn't tell which was his natural color. I don't know, child. But I thought his confessional look was so cute. I was like, shout out to girl Stormy's husband. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. Seeing her husband, I would like to see Stormy and her husband next season, really as full-time cast members. I was like, you know what? This might be cute for Stormy and Courtney. So I'm so far I'm here. I'm here, girl. Stormy, girl, your husband saved you. Cause, girl, you was halfway out the door in my book. If it wasn't for Courtney acting like he got a little bit of sense, I said, okay, Courtney acting like he got a little bit of sense. Girl, bring him on. Bring him on. Yeah, bring them on. Anyways, they are playing basketball. Of course, Martell, he shows up in his son's shorts. One thing about it, two things for sure. Martell gonna make sure all his clothes, including his play clothes. Girl, them considered our play clothes. Girl, include his play clothes is gonna be, girl, fitted. Shorts gonna be about 20 inches above his knee. I said, come on, hoochie daddy shorts. They talk about him going to Destin, Florida, on like a family vacation. Look, I don't know. Listen, all I'm gonna say is this. I was kind of with Marceau and Maurice. Girl, they say a broken clock is right 2 times a day. Is that what they say? I was with them, I mean, I don't know how it is. I don't have a family as far as like, a husband, kids, all that stuff. Could it be confusing to the kids? I could see it being confusing. Martell is on some my kids got a lot of sense. To me, I feel like it could be confusing and it could get the kids' hopes up high that mommy and daddy may be getting back together. I don't know, child. Y'all let me know how that worked. I don't even feel like going down that path tonight. I could see it being confusing. I'm not saying that they shouldn't, spend time together, I guess, as a family, but I can definitely see it being confusing to the kids. I thought it was cute. Did y'all notice how when Mel met up with Stormy, I think Mel had a ring on her necklace. She had like a rainbow piece on her necklace. I said, "Oh, shout out to me." I mean, that don't necessarily mean anything, but of course, I was like, "Oh, look at her showing support to the community. That's cute." She could have just had a rainbow piece on her necklace, quiet as it's kept. But I felt like in my spirit, she was showing support to the community. That's what I'm gonna say. That'll make me like her more. Okay. Stormy tells Melody that she wants to basically have a get together where all the girls get together and, have a kumbaya. Melody tells her that she's not looking to resolve anything. I don't know how to take that, y'all. Melody says she's not looking to resolve anything. I think in Melody's head, for some reason, coming to a resolve means being friends. I don't think that's what that means. Like, for example, Stormy and Destiny. They came to a resolve. Now, I feel, Stormy, I feel like was kind of all over the place. Girl, you buying somebody a $2,000 Gucci bag, but you really don't want to be their friends. You just want to, okay, girl, whatever, child. Because if I buy you a $2,000 Gucci bag, girl, I'm literally trying to be your friend. Like, girl, I just want to be your friend, girl. Well, let's try to build a friendship. Not, I'm going to buy you a $2,000 Gucci bag, and it's kind of like, girl, I don't even want to be your friend. I just want to, girl, we cool. I just don't want to have no beef. Girl, I could have a conversation with you and get to the point where we come to a resolve and not have no beef without spending $2,000 on you. I'm sorry. But like Stormy and Destiny, they came to a resolve in my opinion. Right? So the thing is, girl, they may not be best friends, but they also, if they see each other in the streets, they ain't got to turn their nose up and be like, oh, girl, there she go. Like, oh, hey, girl, how you doing? I'm fine, how you doing? All right, girl, I'll see you later. Okay, girl. You see what I'm saying? So it almost feels like, Melody, you want the mess to keep going. Because why would you not want to come to a resolve with the people who you have conflict with in the group? Unless you want to keep the mess going. I don't know. Courtney and Marcel meet up. It sounds like Courtney just wants to invest. It sounds like he just wants to be an investor, in my opinion. He says he just wants to make money. I don't think he really want to do no work. Courtney big old ass say, I'm not trying to be out there in that sun building nothing, girl. Y'all could build. I just want to make some money on the back end. So that's what it sounds like to me. Marceau asks Courtney, because Marceau took Courtney to one of the properties, one of the hotels that he built. And that's how they got into the conversation about, I was seeing something in my nose. That's how they got into the conversation about, him wanting to, I guess, potentially be an investor, I guess, in somebody's project or Marceau's project. I don't know. So they're having a conversation, and hold up, y'all. I don't know what I wrote. Is this Courtney and Stormy? Stormy gonna always. Oh, so when they were talking about, I guess, him potentially trying to make some money in the business, Marceau asked him, so is this a Courtney and Stormy or just like a Courtney situation? And baby Courtney told him, a Stormy gonna always be with me, bitch. Bitch. Courtney, let me tell you something, nigga. I don't too much go up for a lot of y'all because a lot of y'all be trifling as hell. So far, so good. So, Courtney, you better not let me down because the girls know. I don't really be on here clapping for a lot of y'all. Because a lot of y'all be on that same fuck shit, okay? So when I feel like I done spotted a good man, Savannah, then girl, if you let me down, I'm going to be on your ass. Like white on rice, okay? That's old school. Courtney see my right so far. he basically says that he can't. I'm so y'all gonna have to explain to me what Marcel's talking about because what it sounds like to me. Okay, what it sounds like to me is Marceau just wants to use Tisha for her ideas and her social security number, girl, to use her credit. Girl, that's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like Marceau just want to use Tisha for her ideas and her social security number. Because he basically is like, man, I can't work with Tisha. But I thought Tisha was the vice president or the president, no, the president of Scope. Isn't that working together? And from what Tisha said, y'all was in the red until she came on board and girl put y'all in the green. Don't Tisha and Marceau work together? So I was confused when he was sitting here kind of like against the idea, I guess, of them working together. I'm like, well, y'all already work together. Maybe they don't, girl. Maybe he got Tisha thinking that, girl, they work together. But at the end of the day, he called all the shots. I don't know, girl. I was confused. Here go Courtney. Girl, shout out to Stormy, bitch. You might got you a good one, girl. Cause he said we don't argue in business. Cause I know basically when she's the lead, she's the lead. I said, bitch. I said, girl, they're not gonna like Courtney. They're not gonna like Courtney. They're not gonna like Courtney. Not Courtney coming around talking that bitch shit, girl. Not talking that shit about letting no woman lead. I know when she's in the lead, she's the lead, and I take the back seat. They're not gonna like that. They're not gonna like that. I want y'all to bring Courtney in full time. Because I need somebody to shake up the table. And I feel like Courtney might shake up the table. Shout out to Courtney. Listen, I'm not going to spend too much time on Kimmy. I'm not going to spend too much time on Kimmy because, baby, Kimmy literally had me cutting up. To the point where even when I watched this a second time, I couldn't even just like really just pay attention because I was like, girl, I can't get wrapped into... Girl, y'all know Kimmy is like, girl, y'all know Kimmy is my fave. And I don't know that lady, but Kimmy is my fave. When I tell y'all, so long story short, Kimmy woke up June the 14th. She found a lump in her breast. She also had one, I think, right here. And because she's a nurse, she kind of has an idea of what might be going on. So she thinks she may have breast cancer. She went and got tested. I think they said they could have the results back in as close as 72 hours. The only person I thought about was Mia. When Mia came out. Mia, this is how you let the girls know what's going on. Mia, girl, this is why people thought you was lying, and everybody believed Kimmy, but think you was lying because you see how two different people went about everybody. Everybody handled their situations different. She says that if I don't act like it's a big deal, there's a possibility it might not be a big deal. Bitch, when I say I was done, okay. They talk about having a will. She says everything is going to be okay. Everything's going to be okay. When I say, baby, I can't even talk about it. That's how bad. And y'all know I would bust out crying, girl. Girl, that's how bad I was crying. Girl, Kimmy is, Kimmy, I got a real soft spot for Kimmy Grant, girl. I damn near put Kimmy up there with like King and them, girl. For real. Girl, for real. That's how much I go off for Kimmy. So anyways, we're moving on because we're not going to spend no more time on that. I will give, I'm going to give Maurice a little shout out too. I like the way that, he was there for Kimmy, in this scene. He, held her. He cried with her. I was here for it. So shout out to Maurice too. Um, I was about to say something shady, but I'm not gonna say. I'm just gonna leave it at that. And sing. Go to the next. Stormy. So they have to get together at Stormy's house. Everybody came, in pretty much dresses, summer dresses. Everybody looked cute. Tisha, I think, had Tisha. I don't know if Tisha was trying to pull a Galentine's Day again, but Tisha came in a white V-neck T-shirt, I think some blue jean shorts, and some tennis shoes. Tisha, where is you going? And why look like you came ready to fight? Okay, girl. Everybody can wear what they want to wear, girl. Destiny brought her cousin. Okay, girl. So Destiny brought her cousin, Demi. Okay, Destiny, I get it. You wanted to basically pop up, with someone unannounced, how Stormy popped up at your event unannounced. That's what I feel like Destiny was trying to do, right? The reason why, just listen to me. The reason why I looked at Destiny and rolled my eyes like, ugh, is because you and Stormy already had a conversation. So there was really no need for you to try to be passive aggressive with this shit that you pulled and try to bring your cousin to this lady's house. But I knew why you were doing it, because she popped up at your shit unannounced. So you was going to bring somebody to her shit unannounced. But y'all already had a conversation and y'all supposed to be Gucci. So now I feel like this could have taken them back a few steps, because Stormy really could have acted up and cut up, because you bring in pretty much somebody to her home that she didn't invite. But again, Destiny could say, well, girl, you popped up at my business uninvited. But girl, why would you? But quiet as it's kept. But quiet as it's kept, the difference is, girl, Stormy could have been coming to put money into your business, buy a couple of products, right? Because that day, Stormy could have been a customer. So that's the slight difference between what, and I could be wrong, but that's what I just feel like Destiny was trying to pull a stunt in the show. So, girl, when I tell you I hollered, bitch, when Stormy was like, oh, I didn't know that you were bringing a +1. When I tell you Demi was... Bitch, when Demi was fixing that, that was sitting on the ground on pillows. And when Demi was fixing that pillow, while Stormy was saying, I didn't know, hello, I didn't know that Stormy, that was bringing a +1. Yeah, bitch, I'm here. Girl, when I tell you, bitch, I was hollering. Stormy wants to play a game. I think it was called What I Heard versus What I Said. Sometimes I think Stormy was basically trying to say, sometimes there basic miscommunication. What did you hear me say versus what I said? So she uses her and Destiny as an example the night they almost got into a fight. What did you hear? I was trying to find out the tea. Basically, Destiny says that she was already pretty much heated, and with her, continuing to ask what was going on, she pretty much poured gasoline on the fire. Tiffany is a white woman. That's that white woman, girl, and Tiffany. Tiffany, I'm not trying to go backwards, but since she brought it up, and I'm not going back and watching no episodes. Even if Tiffany and Destiny had already spoke about, I guess, her mistaking Destiny for another woman, The way that you brought it to the brunch, it was messy. And there was really no need to bring it to the brunch if you had already spoken to her about it. You see what I'm saying? So Tiffany, you were still being messy. And then Tiffany says that, what did she say? I wrote it down. So basically Tiffany was trying to say that, you know, I guess Tiffany was trying to say what I said or my actions versus what you heard were off because we had already spoken about this, you know, before. So I don't know why you would be so upset about me bringing it up again, because you were being messy, girl. Girl, you were being messy, girl. And then she says, we talked about it before. I mean, it was really hard to get to know people because of that situation. No, sweetie, you came in with a 2-hitter quitter. Not only did you bring some mess to this girl's brunch, you also brought in Maurice's and Kimmy's stepson. Maurice's son and Kimmy's stepson, Monster. They call that baby Monster. Girl, his name is Maurice Jr., but they call him Monster. Can y'all stop calling that little black boy Monster, please? So, yeah, you brought in some mess about Maurice Jr. and him vaping at the school. So, girl, that wasn't the only reason why people was looking at you sideways. It just wasn't a Destiny situation, mama. Okay? You was bringing kids into the mix, too. You forgot about that? All right. Destiny says that the other woman that was at the event was Melanie because she was the only other black person there. But they were both accepting awards. Mel says that, I'm not going to lie, I did holler when Tiffany started talking, and then Destiny said something, and then when Tiffany said, is this Detroit? Bitch. Remember when they got into it in Las Vegas, and I think Destiny said something like, I'm from Detroit. I don't know, girl, I can't remember, child. Anyways, Mel says, Melody addresses, you know, her walking into Destiny's event and speaking. Listen, we listen. I understand y'all love Melody, and I understand a lot of y'all feel like Melody can't do no wrong. But Melody was dead ass wrong in how she handled that situation. Girl, you already know that you were not invited. The way that Stormy did it, even though, girl, it was for stunts and shows, right, with the whole Gucci bag, the way that Stormy did it was the way that Melody should have done it. While, yes, this is Destiny's business, while, yes, Destiny definitely shouldn't have let that ruin her day and her grand opening, right? Girl, that's P Valley. Girl, she shouldn't have let that ruin her day. She still should have been able to get it together, right? But it still doesn't take away from, to me, the fact that people know that when you are beefing with someone, you don't walk into someone's business, hey, Destiny, and keep on going. Bitch, what? Again, it shouldn't have been enough to ruin Destiny's day, but I could see how it could be problematic. Because, girl, you know we have an issue. You know we have an issue. And the way that you walked in was on some real, girl, let me just speak so I can say I spoke. Instead of walking up to Destiny like a real grown-ass woman, like Stormy did. Hey, Destiny, girl, listen, I know that we have our issues, but I just wanted to come and support you on your day. But, girl, you couldn't do that because you really was there just to argue, fuss, and fight with Wanda. We'll talk more about it next week because they're gonna have, it looks like Melody and Destiny are gonna have a conversation. Destiny did say that even if she did hear it, it wouldn't change nothing. I mean, I don't know where Destiny is going with that, but I can also understand it because, girl, even if I did hear you speak, bitch, you should have walked in on some hey like Stormy did. Sorry, that's how I look at it. That's how Melody should have approached the situation, but she didn't. Anyways. We'll talk more about We'll talk more about Destiny and Melody next week. Because I know a lot of y'all are going to try to put the demise of their friendship on Destiny, when the truth of the matter is, believe it or not, that falls on a lot of that falls on Melody's shoulder. Sorry to tell y'all. But we'll talk about it next week in next week's review. All right. Bye, y'all.